the proper takeaway. The purpose of the takeaway, for one, let's dispel the two cliches of should the takeaway be connected or should it be one piece? Both of those don't mean anything. They're just cliches that people misinterpret, and probably if you ask 1,000 people what that meant to them, each of those cliches, you get 1,000 different answers. The point of the takeaway is what you're doing with your hands, depth. Let's say this would be your trail shoulder. This would be high over your trail shoulder. That would be deep behind your trail shoulder in your backswing. This would be high hands. This would be deep hands. We did another video, the deeper the hands go behind the trail shoulder, the more you swing in to out to the right. The higher the hands go, the more you're going to swing out to in to the left for right-handed players. And we talked about how the knees work and how to get deeper. Definitely important to use the trail knee losing bend so the knee's out of the way so the hands can actually get deeper. Most players get their hands high either because they don't turn or their takeaway isn't what we really want. Some players try to go straight back with their takeaway, keep the club going outside, they get their hands going straight back, gaining whip, fist weight, going high up with the hands. High hands is depth. So our goal is to get the hands deep behind the trail shoulder. One of those drills we gave you where we pull the lawnmower chain, that's one part of it. The other is going to be the takeaway. So let's discuss here our wrist conditions again. This would be our lead wrist, very much square or flat, okay? This would be it now in flexion, where I'm stretching it. This would be extension. So this would be flexion, extension. We start out at address. If we're gripping in the fingers in the low heel pad, which is crucial in this, see how I have the lot of palm exposed. I can touch my palm, means I'm in my fingers, and typically would extend the wrist a good amount at address. I like to see a wrist anywhere between 15 to 25 degrees extended at address, to be truthfully honest. This little angle here. Now, here's the key. If you were to just flip this club in right away, the hands actually go out and then up. So if you flip the club, look at how the hands go that way. Flip it in, the hands go that way. So people always get told, don't let the club get inside. Technically, don't let the club get inside right away until you get past a certain point. We'll get back to that. So if you flip the club inside, the hands, look at they go out and then up. So I'll do it in slow motion. You'll see how the hands went out and up. So that's going to be a big old wide open face and high hands, slice across shank, not a good shot. So we want to get our hands deeper to be able to swing more in to out, hit that draw, to be able to get that extra distance that most people need. That's why I teach 99% of players to hit a draw. If you came to me, you can hit the ball as far as I could, over 300 yards, 320 even, with a nice fade, a power fade, I'd say, let's make that better. But most players need to learn to hit a draw, so we got to get you to move the hand path deeper. So here's the key. If you flip the wrist right in there right away and move it into flex right away, your hands are just going to go up most likely. Take your trail hand. So see how I put it in front of my lead hand. You can do it with the grip on. So the non-glove hand, and that'll keep that wrist in that extension right there, that bend, and drive it back. We're going to be driving that handle inwards. So I'll go ahead and do it from here and show you what it'll look like. So see how I get the knee out of the way. And we're going to work on it. Hopefully if you have a mirror at home, it would be great, or filming yourself. I love to have both. I got the film and the mirror right here. So from here, we're going to watch ourselves go halfway back. And when the shaft is parallel to the ground, I want to see the hand path depth getting at least to your belt buckle. That'll probably be as deep as you're going to get it. Look at how the wrist is still in that same extended position at address. So we're basically just driving the handle back without even moving the wrist yet at that point. That's why it looks like it stays outside the hands for a short point. And that's why a lot of tour pros get it lined up at this point parallel. Not all of them get it that deep either. So if you look at a lot of tour pros, I'm going to use one example of a LPGA star that does get her handle that deep. It would just be to get the path deeper. Now, if you already overhook a ball and you have too much in-down path, we don't want this for you. Bad drill. But if you're somebody who swings out to in, over the top, slices the hell out of it, this is a great drill for you to work on the takeaway, getting deeper. Halfway back to this point, and the hands are going to be in that mirror at the belt buckle. You'll see how there'll be separation between the knees too, because you let that trail knee move in. Call it straighten if you like, but it's losing bend under us. So we're working on that takeaway, trying to get our hands deeper behind the trail shoulders. So once you get halfway back up here, this is when you will up cock. And now get the face right there, close. Toes that way, close. Face is good, boom. Hit your shots. So you're going to work on hitting that little takeaway, bring it back, feel your swing out. Come set up, hit your shot. Now I'm not going to think of that because I don't want to increase the path, so I'm going to think of my normal swing thought. Hips open, finish the turn. Just see how it's going to draw back just a hair. I'll take that, stayed right on my line pretty much. You kind of see out here, I had the target there, and I was trying to draw it back into that flag. So I swung in to out, 4 degrees, closed my face by 5, so it was at -1. Anything for me above -1 means I didn't overhook it. So we'll show the pro, and even my replay right here. Well, actually, I don't have my replay, but we'll show the pro that I wanted to use as an example. I'll have some video that I'll edit in slow motion, but let's go ahead and show the tour pro I want to show, Paula Kramer. Just coming up right now, perfect. All right. So we can see here, Paula swung in out 4.3 degrees, okay? She gets her hand path very deep, and we'll go ahead and go to a full video now. See how she's hit a very nice, subtle little push draw. The draw ball goes all the way out to the right, comes back to the left. So let's go to her halfway point. So see how her wrists are still in that subtle extension right there. She flips it in a little bit early. Right there, see the club's now parallel to the ground almost. I'd say right about there it's parallel. So I'd say if we look here, our hands are right at about her inner thigh. We can go another frame. Yeah, I'd say almost at the belt buckle. So she gets the hand path pretty deep there. For definitely a pro, she doesn't need to increase path too much. But here's where it is. Toes out to the right. The actual butt end of the club or the handle or the hands themselves are a good amount behind that trail shoulder. Okay? So they're good, probably 4 or 5 inches behind that trail shoulder. Could even probably draw that all the way down behind her heels right here. So she gets the hands very deep, allowing her to swing in and out. Hope it helps. I'll do it one more time. I'll even try to increase the path big time just to show you what the difference would be when I increase the path. So I'll focus this one on actually trying to drive the handle as deep as I can. Almost Jim Furyk-esque. If you actually watch Jim or Matt Wolf, they keep the extended wrist all the way to the top. That's what gives them that very awkward pitch before then they move back into flexion, closing that club face. So they're really just driving the handle deep back with that extended wrist, which always gives it that weird look before they make that loop look. It's not a loop, they just have driven the handle as deep as they can with that extended wrist. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Extend the wrist, open the hips, finish the turn. You'll see how it's starting to come back big time there. So I'll definitely have a whole lot more path in that. And again, that's not something I would try to do. We'll see here if I increased my path from what it was before. Yep. So now the path is at 8.3. So I was still able to maintain the face, but I definitely increased the path by almost double there by trying to drive the handle super deep back. And I'll show that in a video just to get you to understand. That's how you're going to increase your chance to hit that hook, fix that slice, get rid of that horrible pattern you don't want no more. I'm Jason Blonder, Golf Lessons New Jersey, on all my social media. Visit me at www.swingplane.biz. Thank you so much. Good luck, everybody, with everything that's going on. Hope the tips are helping and giving you things to work on. Have a great day.